The comedian and actor Roy Wood Jr. still likes to drive. It gives him time to think, and it reminds him of his days honing his craft as a road comic. These days, Mr. Wood, 39, is a correspondent on The Daily Show with Trevor Noah, and starting February 2nd, he will be the host of the new season of This Is Not Happening on Comedy Central. So while his weekends are for unwinding, spending quality time in Hell's Kitchen, where Mr. Wood lives with Salone Monet, his girlfriend, and their toddler son, early Sunday mornings often begin in a rental car, with him racing home from another state after a night of telling jokes to a room full of strangers. Family matters. I have a kid and a girlfriend, and I'm gone enough as it is. So anytime I can get home and be the one to deal with my son in the morning so my girl can sleep in a little bit, I try to do that. He's 20 months. He's a wrecking machine. Multitasking. I'm up at 6:30 or 7 a.m. I try to make him breakfast. It's usually oatmeal or something that his mom already blended. We do flashcards, just basic letters and numbers. We're working on a few words. Depending on what he's doing, I may pop a headphone in my ear and listen to a set from the night before that I'm trying to work on that night for a show, trying to see if I can tighten it up a bit. There's a lot of multitasking going on. Brunch at the psych ward. I'm more than likely to take a trip over to the Comedy Cellar. They do a comedy brunch show now. In the back, there's a table reserved for comedians. You just go and hang out, talk the business, talk life. It's the one place where I feel like I belong. If you have any doubts about whether or not you should be doing this, or whether or not you can run with the big dogs, usually being at the cellar helps abate a lot of those feelings. It's a career message board, it's a bar to hang out at, it's a psychiatric ward. In development you can see people that you were just sitting with at a table, and 2 months later, they got a deal, they got a #1 movie, they got some big hour special. You see Chris Rock in the middle of the summer working on material that will ultimately become the Netflix special that he just shot. You see the shift, you see the growth, you see the change. Homebound. I'm also trying to be a good boyfriend. #1, be at home. I may swing by the post office, pick up my mail and groceries for the week, and then I'm back home. For the most part, I'm not watching a lot of television. But my girl might have a couple shows, and I'll try to sit and watch with her. We've been watching a lot of Black Mirror, which I find to be creepy as hell. Good at all three. I try to keep Sundays as slow as possible if I'm not performing, It's usually the only day where I can get some level of relaxation or whatever. Trying my best to be around and be there while my son's awake. Good comic, good father, good boyfriend. Sundays are generally the only days I can be good at all three. Call mom. My son goes to sleep like 7:30, 8. Usually I owe my mom a phone call. We text every day, but we probably don't talk by phone but maybe twice a week. So I'll call my mom, and we'll catch up on life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Dry run. I try to perform on Sunday nights at the Comedy Cellar. Every other month I'll go to Brooklyn. There's a different kind of comedy club attendees that comes to Brooklyn. You might get straight up black people, you might get straight up hippies, you might get straight up, quote unquote, ultra liberals. It's just a different filter to run your material through. Downtime. If I'm really relaxing, for me it's video games or puzzles or Sudoku. I like jigsaw puzzles, Grand Theft Auto, I play a little bit of NBA 2K. Dad hours I'm probably reasonably in bed by midnight. If there's something I'm really working on, I'll push it to 1 a.m. But for the most part, midnight, because sink or swim, my son is waking up at 6:30, and it's time for oatmeal. He'll say, "Oatmeal." And I'll say, "All right."